As a kid, I gravitated towards him because he was a champion, but I only knew as a kid what he did inside the ring. As I got older and I started to be more knowledgeable about the sport, about sport in general, and about the guys who laid paved the way for guys like myself. I understood that he is the greatest of all time, and he was the greatest of all time because of what he did outside of the ring.
You love to have a passion for what you do in boxing and playing basketball, to for whatever reason not be able to kind of take advantage of your prime and the time and work that you put into it. That would be tough for sure, but obviously he had to do what he needed to do, and that's special.
He was a big reason why I was able to achieve so much in my life, and just knowing what he's done for this country, of fighting for human rights, not just black rights, but human rights, and making every kid feel they had a chance to be something special.
Muhammad Ali was in his prime when I was a kid, 8, 10 years old, just after Vietnam, just after the Civil Rights Movement, and he was probably the most prominent athlete of the time as it related to social issues. And so what he did went so far beyond the boxing ring, the sporting arena in general. What he did, not just for African Americans, but for all Americans.
It's all for the great Muhammad Ali. Love, love, love coming from everywhere. That's NBA players saying, look, this guy, even though he wasn't a basketballer, he brought so much prestige to sports.
I mean, these are guys, Steph Curry, we saw him, we saw Steve Kerr, that's the coach of Golden State Warriors, and LeBron James. All these guys are in the thick, of the NBA finals, but always find time, to eulogize Muhammad Ali and his legacy. So the tributes are going to keep pouring in us. They're going to keep coming and coming until Friday, when it's finally laid to rest. And that just goes to show you how he's impacted, in his lifetime. He's a great man. He's a phenomenon. And surely he's being missed already.
We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. Toby Emmanuel is out of the studio for the records. But let's still go back to the papers, conclude some of the things. Let's wrap it up. I was with the Complete Sports. Let's come back to this friend Chelsea made in Eva Canero. Eva Canero rejected £1.2 million settlement from Chelsea. She means business.
She wants more money. That's when you say she means business, it's all about wanting more money. I mean, when you reject that kind of amount, it shows you she wants a lot bigger. And the story is developing. Now today is going to be the second day of hearing, and we hear Jose Mourinho is likely, to appear, today. The special one is, is likely to show up. And say it's also have the story. Yeah, so it's interesting. By the end of the day, it's been blown out of proportion. The doctor wants more money. Let's see if she's going to get it.
But I told you, Jose will come with his baggage to whatever club he's going to. He's already, because now they'll say the Manchester United manager is already appearing in court.
Yeah, come on, it's an employment tribunal, so it's not a big deal. It's nothing criminal or anything like that. And Ed Woodward and Man United, I'm sure they've done the due diligence. They know this is not a big deal. Come on, let's be honest here, because it's Jose. It goes with the attention. He has that attention on him every time. So, like I said, now we'll see how this pans out. We'll see whether she manages to get a lot more money and then the 1.2 that was offered to her earlier. And in terms of baggage, I'm sure Ed Woodward, the only baggage he sees is the baggage of trophy.
I know. Just keep your baggage of trophy right here. I know.
Exactly. And okay, Austin, I just saw something on Complete Sports there. We saw a similar story on Sporting Life about the players that Jose are going to sell, and they put in a number to it there.
13 players. First, Jose's asked at United, and that's what it is. If you're not playing well, Jose will show you.
13, though.
13. That's a lot.
It's a silly season.
Jose is back. Okay, let's just wrap this up with Chelsea.
Yeah.
This Chelsea to open £40 million Morata talks. Morata.
Yeah,
40 million.
yeah, incredible stuff. But you know what they're saying, our player is, is worth what the club is willing to pay for.
That's what
I
it
mean,
is.
I remember Alvaro Morata was in Real Madrid a couple of years ago. He was still a youngster then, about 19, but was getting to play a lot under Jose Mourinho. I remember him playing a lot of a couple of Clásicos. So he's gone on to greater things now. He's gone to Juventus and he's shown as a very good striker, and that's why the clubs are all over him, and that's why the money is being is £40 million.
£40 million. That's a lot of
That's
money.
a lot of money, yeah.
Still on the silly season, PSG, Barca, Coutinho. Coutinho had a good season with Liverpool, and you never know. He might just be going to either of the clubs.
Yeah, I mean, but
But first he needs to concentrate on
like
Copa America.
Austin, Coutinho right now, arguably Liverpool's best player.
That's right.
So I find it really hard that Jurgen Klopp is going to sell him, at this point where he's trying to, build his team.
It's all about the Benjamins.
Yeah, I know, but then I don't.
Bring the right money.
Liverpool are not really selling Klopp.
Liverpool tried that with Wenger. For the right money, any player is going.
Yeah, but for a team that is trying to win, after such a long time,
Yeah.
Liverpool are still, they're yet to win the Premier League. So so I don't think they want to be selling the players, the best players at this point in time. They might sell the likes of Balotelli and Coutinho's not going anywhere. Okay, one more paper for review today, and that's Sporting Sun. And the big stories, according to Sporting Sun, they're saying Eagles reject foreign coach. I don't know which Eagles they're talking about there, the players, or I don't know, Austin. So if you want to find out more details of that, grab a copy of Sporting Live. There's also a story on Jose Mourinho. Mourinho in fresh trouble. It's not exactly fresh. It's been on since last season. And Russia 2016 qualifiers, Nigeria may face Egypt and Cameroon. And that's for obvious reasons. Nigeria in pot 3. I mean, that's how low Nigeria's fallen now. I mean, pot 1, pot 2, pot 3, that's where you find the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So they're very likely, to meet real stiff opposition. And still on the silly season, Austin, Arsenal to splash £45 million on Vardy and Mahrez to offload Walcott, Gibbs, and Oxlade.
Wow.
Chamberlain. I mean, Arsenal fans, I'm sure they're licking their lips. I mean, when you sign Premier League champions, that winning mentality,
that's right.
They're hoping and they bring it to the dressing room, and it actually rubs off on the player. And lastly, Djokovic, I dreaded Nadal Federer. Okay? So what is he trying to say? And I mean, we talked about how Nadal and Federer missed out because of injury, and he actually increased his chances, even though going into the tournament, he was the favorite.
Okay, so that's it. We'll wrap up the show with more tributes to Muhammad Ali. But let's just go to Twitter, see what you are talking about, particularly issues that we have raised on the program. Oludolapo Adewale on Twitter says, why are Leicester City players afraid? Do they think their club will struggle? No, that's not what it is.
I mean, it's all about progression.
Progression,
I mean, Leicester, no disrespect to them, they're not as big as Arsenal, even though they're Premier League champions. So these players, they want to have it on their CV in their career that they've played for Arsenal, one of the biggest clubs in the world. So it's all about being scared. It's all about just advancing their career.
I mean, I heard Daniel Alves the other day saying he's leaving Barca because he thought it was too easy.
Yeah,
Said
I mean,
football, it's too easy. I need to go somewhere else, get a
challenge himself, but then he's going to, where's it going again? Remind me.
Juve.
How many times have
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
What is he talking about? That's absolute nonsense from Daniel Alves. Come on.
Yeah. Still, I was getting messages from Oludolapo Adewale. It says, Arsenal are good in time. This person puts Arsenal in quotes, saying they are being heavily linked with stars. I'm sure Vardy just wants a club that is regarded as a top club. You won't blame him. Eric, the Navigator, says the legitimate executive body of the NFF has banned Chris Giwa. They should uphold the ban. Giwa has no business with NFF.
It's incredible. I mean, it's almost like he's untouchable. I mean, he keeps going on about and doing all those things, and nothing has happened so far, and that's really, really worrying. And the rights of authorities, they've got to do something about it because it's really embarrassing now.
Really embarrassing.
Yeah.
Okay, last tweet before we take our leave finally on the program. Professor Inaina says, Tayo, this one will worry you as we leave. It says, UK has a minister for the Olympics. It shows the commitment of some countries for the sport. How are we preparing for the Olympics?
big questions, just very massive question that it's very hard to answer. But like I always say, it is very obvious that Nigeria lacks that political will, to really flourish as a sporting nation. It's very obvious. We can all say it.
As the minister for the Olympics, just appoint you, stay focused, give us a good Olympics experience. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oof.
We got to go.
We got to go now.
Sadly, we're leaving this way. It makes us worry. Sounds good.
But we'll be back tomorrow again. Many thanks for watching and join us again. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Tahir Salam.
Okay, remember you can keep talking to us on Twitter. It's channels_sports. Facebook, channels-sports. I'm Austin Okonakwa. I'll be back again tonight to talk some more sport. But until then, in everything you do, remember, let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.